Good. All right. Hey, it's Josiah from FirstBourneShowcase.
Yeah.
This time I'm doing a video.
Yeah.
So Rob, man in the camera here.
No.
And he thinks it's sophisticated. It's not. It's easy. Anyway, it's been a long time coming, but there's another book to movie adaptation one. If you saw our first one, Rob and I both did The Watchmen, or Watchmen. I don't know why I keep calling it The Watchmen. Watchmen graphic novel. This time, because I'm the only one who's read it, we're going to do Eragon.
Eragon!
By Christopher Paolini. Is about a young 20-something, started writing a fantasy dragon book series back in, I'm going to guess and say 2004, I think. And he concluded the 4-part series this past fall. Fall 2011, because now we're shooting in it's 2012 now. Happy New Year. So yeah, pretty much this is gonna be real short. Pretty much it's a 4-part book series chronicling a kid in a fantasy world. I think it's pronounced Allegazia. His name's Eragon, and he finds this dragon egg and pretty much restarts the legendary dragon riders fraternity of sorts, where these heroes train dragons. They have psychic links, master swordsmen, things like that. Sort of like How to Train Your Dragon, just maybe slightly more adult and maybe more epic, maybe. And so the books are Eragon. Book 2 is Eldest. Book 3 is I think it's pronounced Brissinger. Book 4 is called Inheritance, and the whole series is called the Inheritance series or Inheritance Cycle. But only one movie has been made, Eragon. I can't remember who directed it right now. I'll put that information in.
I heard that movie was butt.
Yeah. It goes without saying, this is just our personal opinion. If you love the movie, that's good. Movie came out, and I want to say between 2005 and 2008.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what I want to say. I can't remember who directed it. The star of the movie, I think, what was his name? Spidell, I think is his last name. Young English actor. Jeremy Irons was in the movie. Jimon Hansu, I believe is how you pronounce his name.
Oh, from Blood Diamond.
And Blood Diamond, Amistad, Push.
Yeah. Okay.
If you've seen those movies,
those are all good movies.
Yeah. And I mean, legendary Jeremy Irons. Joss Stone made a cameo appearance.
What?
Yeah. And I think Garrett Hedlund from Four Brothers and Tron Legacy.
The white kid, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucked how he died in Four Brothers.
Yeah, I know. It's the most epic death ever.
God.
But excuse me. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I happen to like the book. Some of the book is Eragon is kind of compared to like Star Wars and things like that. Major influences. I just love the book. One of the reasons I loved it is because
why do you love the book?
Chris Paolini actually was homeschooled like I was. I believe he grew up in the on the West Coast.
West Philadelphia.
Possibly. Born and raised. He might have, I could be wrong, he might have grown up in Washington State.
Wow.
But way over there on the West Coast is where Christopher Paolini grew up. He was also homeschooled, self-taught writer. Some might say that's to his detriment. I thought he wove a pretty engaging and entertaining story, really. Especially because I picked up his book when I really started to get into writing around the early 2000s. And so I really think the story is really cool. The character Eragon creates this awesome bond with his dragon, his blue dragon Saphira. Blue's my favorite color, if that makes a difference. It was just a really cool coming-of-age story, and Eragon is, trained by this legendary Obi-Wan type character. The book is very vast, not quite as heavy as Lord of the Rings, but to me it still felt very weighty because I had read Lord of the Rings already before Eragon. And I read, Narnia and things, for reference as far as fantasy books go, and lands and everything. So the book does have an epic scale. That's the good thing. the thing about the movie, one of my major drawbacks with the movie is that, to me, the movie did not feel very epic in scale at all. It felt almost too streamlined. It felt very, very, very small. Very small. That's actually my main gripe, because the movie might be about an hour and a half, maybe. I actually felt that it probably needed to be 2 hours. Probably needed to go ahead and be 2 hours. But thing is, I understand it was a kids movie, or not a kids movie, but like a young sort of teen movie, just not in the vein of I Am Number 4. So I guess that's why they trimmed it down. But that's just time-wise trimmed down. Story-wise, I wish maybe there could have been a way to make the story more vast. There's a part in the story, in the book near the end, the climax, where they find the dragon riders, and they pretty much live in like this dormant volcano. Kind of feels like something out of Redwall, for those who have read Redwall, like Salamandastran type stuff. But there's this stronghold, and there's this thing called I think it's called the Dragon Heart or something. There's this really dramatic scene where Eragon's dragon Saphira crashes through that and saves Eragon's life, and it sets up a cliffhanger for the next book. That's not in slight spoiler. That's not in the movie. But that climactic scene really adds to the epic scope of the movie, because you have to get to the stronghold. But in the movie, the stronghold feels more like a village. Honestly, it felt almost like something out of like Sherwood Forest, like in a Robin Hood movie or something like that. It felt very primitive, kind of reminded me, if my memory serves, kind of reminded you of the Ewoks village somewhat in Return of the Jedi. I know I got references all over the place. I could still be doing a disservice and making it look bad, but it's pretty much my main gripe. It is an entertaining movie. It's a fantasy movie. Kids will like it. Dragons, swordplay, magic, magic words, fire, sparks, spells, But for me, I didn't like it because it didn't really feel like I was reading the book. I once heard someone say, when you're doing a book-to-movie adaptation, the movie should feel like you're almost reliving the book. Almost. The spirit of the book. Maybe not page for page. I really didn't feel like it was the spirit of the book. In the beginning, I was excited, but as it got along, I noticed there were things that they trimmed out, and just the movie didn't feel, the spirit of the book didn't feel epic and adventurous and things like that. And I felt that there were a lot of critical scenes that you missed out on, pretty much. So I didn't want to go too long. Pretty much the epic spirit and scale of the book, I think, was missing. So maybe they can remake the movie now that they've seen what's possible. Excuse me. Maybe they should go the Hobbit route. The Hobbit's more lighthearted than the Lord of the Rings, but the Hobbit's coming out this Christmas, and I'm sure that'll be streamlined, but it's more lighthearted. The movie could still be just as lighthearted as the book, but still feel just as epic. So I don't have a rating system or anything. I'm not really going to tell you not to go see it.
He's rating it pretty epic, because you said epic like 20 friggin' times.
20 friggin' times. But this is really just an analysis, really, because I happened to read the book. If we read the book and we saw the movie, we're just going to pick it apart just because.
Right.
If we feel strongly enough, or I feel strongly enough, I'll say go see it or not see it. I don't really care whether you see it or not. Just that's just how I felt about the book and the movie. So next time you see me, hopefully it'll be for I Am Legend.
Yeah.
And we'll dissect that book and that movie. So this was Eragon. That's all for now.
Josiah's reviews.
Yeah, Josiah's reviews. Yeah, that's it.